Hello everybody, welcome back to Collector Stream YouTube channel. Hope you guys are all doing very well today. My family and I, we just spent a 4-day trip in Fukuoka, and it was a really good experience. First time going there, and definitely we went and checked out the Fukuoka Pokemon Center. So this video will be basically themed around the Pokemon Center and kind of like, what I've experienced whilst I was in Japan, and still observing the popularity of the hobby. So I am very excited to share some of the camera footage that I've recorded throughout the trip. And during the 4 days, we visited the Pokemon Center, and we also went to a seaside park and did some cycling, went to the petting zoo, and went to play some go-kart with my little one. And also, Fukuoka is not as busy as Tokyo and Osaka. There's still a lot of tourists, but then I think the activities were very kids-friendly, so it was a good break and a good recharge for me to not just only think about the Pokemon cards, but you can also see how influential the hobby as a whole is in Japan when you're actually in the country, and then you can actually feel the people lining up and queuing up, and it's actually quite interesting. Let's begin with some of the photos I've taken throughout the trip. So we arrived at the Pokemon Center at around 6 o'clock, and already there was a staff there that was holding a sign telling us that due to kind of like crowd control, they were not able to allow us to go inside the Pokemon Center. And so for me, that already kind of erased all hopes of me coming back later on to pick up the Pokemon promo box. They have the Tohoku, they have the Hiroshima, and then they have the Fukuoka edition. For me, when I was just lining up and queuing up, all I can think about is, when they actually release this product in Japan, how crazy the queue will become. Because if you guys kind of just think about the lineups, and then the fights that you see in the UK, and maybe the lineups that you see in the Costco in the US and Canada. So just imagine what the lineup queue will be like when they actually launch that product in Japan later on this year in August and September. So shout out to everybody that did the lottery and then were able to win one, because that's like the easiest ways that you can acquire those promo boxes at 2,000 yen, which is like kind of like a Pokemon Center is giving away that box for free to you guys. So congratulations for those that have won it. And speaking about winning, just a quick recap about how the channel is approaching 1,000 subscribers. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will actually be giving out a PSA 10 slab to one lucky viewer. And if you guys your names are not on the list right now, I highly suggest that you guys go into the video description, and then there will be my email address for this channel is collectorstreamtcg@gmail.com. So just put your name down, send me an email, and I'll put you up to the list. Okay, so moving back to the Pokemon Center, so we stepped in, and then right away we are greeted with Pikachu, riding the Latios lovebirds. And then every Pokemon Center is uniquely themed, and then this one in Fukuoka have the lovebirds as the mascot. So like if you guys go to the Pokemon Center in Tokyo, they will have the Mewtwo in a tube, so affectionately known as Mewtube for some of the more seasoned collectors. So everywhere that you go to throughout Japan, there is something unique about the PC. And for this one, they have partnered with the Ippudo and Ichiran ramen store, because they were the ones that started their first shop in Fukuoka. So I think Ichiran is a little bit older establishment, started in the 1960s, and then Ippudo started in the 80s. And right now they're doing a collaboration with Pokemon Center, and they have some really sick souvenirs and ramen bowls that you guys can buy. And I see a lot of people picking up one of these items when they were checking out. So they're super popular. And the lineups were actually just insane, because we showed up at 6 o'clock, and then we were told to come back at 7 o'clock, and then I actually came back at around 7:30, and then there was still a substantial queue to go into Pokemon Center. So just imagine, it runs Monday to Sunday 365, and just the amount of people that goes into the store to spend money to buy Pokemon is just staggering. And they're not only buying Pokemon cards, because when I got to the checkout counter, the staff have informed me that the only Pokemon packs that were left were the I think Surging Sparks, and they don't even have the Black Bolt and White Flare. Yeah, so it kind of like eliminates all hope of trying to get anything nice about the TCG from Pokemon Center. So my word of advice is, like, if you guys just go there to buy, like, you know, souvenirs for your friends and family, but don't have any high hopes to you know, acquire anything recent. Any new release is just gonna like sell out like hotcakes right now. Yeah, it just flies off the shelf. Yeah, so if you can actually go to the store and actually manage to pick up some Pokemon cards, then consider a big win for your Japan trip. Because like I took a B-roll, and then all I can buy at the Pokemon Center is unfortunately just energy cards. Yeah, so that kind of is a good summary of the state of the hobby right now. It's just very hard to get products. But overall, I think Pokemon Center in Fukuoka, it's, you know, really amazing, and they have really cute Pikachu plushies. And then my son and I and my wife, we just had a blast just looking at all the souvenirs, and we racked up quite a hefty bill to pay just buying, you know, souvenirs for friends. Yeah, so now I think it's a good pivot to go back to my Poke Cave, and then to show you guys I kind of caved in and then ripped 2 more boxes of Destined Rivals when I went back to Hong Kong, and then I did 5 booster boxes, and I didn't hit anything until the very last pack, but I finally pulled something that I really like, and it is the Ethan's Ho-Oh EX. And whenever this card came out, it just, you know, pairs so well with the Silver Tempest Lugia V Altart. So then now I'm really excited to send this card to PSA and hopefully get it graded. The condition, the centering and the surface condition, and even the back looks pretty good with no whitening. So I'm really hopeful that this card will come back as a PSA 10, so that I can pair it with my Lugia V, and then those 2 cards will just look amazing when paired together. Another card that I acquired was managed to pull was the Blaziken, and I think also that is also a very sick card in PSA 10. I know that right now we're in a sort of a slump with the Scarlet and Violet. The illustration rares have really fallen off the cliff compared to the all-time high in March. But now I guess in this part of the video, I'm gonna be talking about, you know, what I think is gonna happen for the rest of the year, and then what I will place my money on right now if I were to buy some products. And simply put, I'm just going to be buying more sealed, and I loaded up on another 20 boxes or so of Paldea Evolve, because I really see that it's starting to break out and crack the $400 mark now. And I think once it becomes the clear winner for Scarlet and Violet, there'll be more, you know, more media attention, and more influencer will be kind of riding the bandwagon to push it to even new heights, you know, like and don't estimate the power of, you know, these influencers, because as I said before, nobody liked Paldea Evolve when it first came out. Everybody called it like a really crappy set, but then now and it was sitting at $80 for almost like a year, but then now everybody wants a box. And if there's anything that you guys will want to take away from the video, it is just to buy more Paldea Evolve products wherever you can, wherever you're located. And yes, even though when I was in Japan, I still follow the craziness of the Greninja Goldstar right now. And my take on this is I will not be putting my own hard-earned money into these cards. Not going to be, you know, undermining anybody that wants to load up on these, because I do see on, you know, Facebook forums that people are buying out these cards in droves. Yeah, the people are buying like 20, 30, maybe even 50 copies, and they're just absorbing as many Goldstar promos that they can get their hands on. But like for me, I think like these are still like mass printed, they are sealed, and you can make the argument that, you know, Greninja is not the most popular Pokemon out there, and people are just like, you know, jumping it on right now and FOMOing into this card. Once it reached the top, maybe if it hits like $1,000, or maybe even done even better than that, but once the hype dies down, then these will be fairly hard to move, I think, if you're holding like 20-30 copies of these ones. They're not like Sword and Shield, Evolving Skies, Moonbreon by any means. And if like, I would much rather spend like, you know, $500 or $600 to buy like a Sun and Moon textured tag team alternate art, for example. If it's $700, why not just buy something that's actually legitimately rare from 2019? versus something that's like mass printed in a celebrations ETB, I think that came in, yeah, or UPC, yeah. So yeah, that's like my thought, like and it's not textured, it's just mass printed, and I think there's a lot of maybe a little bit of market FOMO and market manipulation happening a lot in the hobby right now. So I would highly suggest the viewers to just stay put and buy something that you guys really truly enjoy collecting, instead of just jumping into some stuff that people are getting into and kind of like putting words into your ears. It's like, oh, you should get this, get that, yeah, because by the time it reaches your ear, to be honest, it's way too late to for you to get into the market anyways. You need to be in this hobby, you need to be looking for things that people have not really picked up on yet. The market have not reacted. You got to be the early adopters. You need to get in early and be decisive and pick the cards and pick the right artwork that you guys think will do well in the future, and cards that you love, because even if you shoot and miss the shot, at least you end up with something that you don't mind holding, because then it goes into your personal collection and you love it, right? Such as the Ethan's Ho-Oh that I've pulled. I don't really care about the monetary value. I just like the artwork, right? And I'm okay with paying, even in PSA 10 form, I'm okay with paying a few $100s for it in a slab, because I want to keep it as a memory and I want to add it to pair it with my Lugia. So for collecting, I think you should go in that direction instead of just following the news. Okay, right now the hit card is the Snorlax in Eevee, and so on and so forth, and then later on it might be the Drowsy from Scarlet and Violet base. But do you actually love the card? Because if you don't, and then you just spent like $800 on the Drowsy, you just spent like $800 on the Goldstar Greninja, later on when it's worth like $200 or it's worth like $100, because it can happen, right? Then do you still love the slab? And if the answer is yes, then pick a good deal, go to a trade show and get it. Don't buy it at like 100% market. Try to get it at 70-80% market. Yeah, that's kind of my suggestion for the video. Yeah, so thank you guys if you guys have made it to the end of the video. So really appreciate the support. The Fukuoka trip has come to an end, but then now I am heading to Toronto, and there's actually going to be a car show here on July 12th. So I'll be making some content, hopefully, and doing some nice trades, and hopefully we'll pick up some big ticket items while I'm at the show. Because I'm still remain very bullish for the remaining of the year, so I will be kind of loading up on more stuff that I can find at the car show at a good deal, and then I will give you guys a rundown once that is over. So thank you guys for watching once again, and if you guys have enjoyed the content, please consider liking, comment, and subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell icon so you guys will be notified right away when a new video drops. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll be making some more videos once I reach Toronto, and then I'll be doing a bit of analytical videos and just perspective on how I think the rest of the year will go, or the rest of the month. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.